I guess it's about good time as any to introduce the band. Now, I've got a pretty traditional band that's made out of 4 pieces, but each one of these pieces is pretty important to the whole thing. The heart of the band is the drummer. And you ever wonder where a good drummer comes from? I believe a good drummer comes from that little kid who, when they were a small child, would go into the kitchen and take all the pots and pans out of the cupboard. You know that kid, right? The one who would arrange them in a semicircle around themselves, and with the back end of a butter knife and a wooden spoon in the other, would begin their first drum solo. Biggity, big, 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 biggity, bop, 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 I can only imagine that most parents would make that stop right away. I know my parents made that stop right away. They're like, no, you're not the drummer. But somewhere in the world, somebody allowed that to continue until it started to sound like music. Until that music started to sound like high school drum line and maybe touring the world with rock bands, playing to crowds of thousands of people, and being rich and famous, doing all of these things, and then probably falling on hard times until you find yourself backing up some moron who just keeps rambling in front of the band. I believe that's the story of the amazing Tom Lash. Let's hear it for Tom Lash on drums. Hardest working drummer on the stage, I tell ya. Now, we're not all destined for pots and pans and food service. You know, some of us, well, not me in particular, some other people in particular, are all about laying down a good foundation, building on top of that, like making infrastructure for the whole world to revolve around, so things grow and swell, and it's so beautiful, it gives me the whoop-whoops just thinking about it. I'm not good at that either. I got a guy to give me the whoop-whoops, and the guy in the whoop-whoops tonight is the amazing Michael Gagliardo on bass guitar. So let's hear it for Michael Gagliardo on bass guitar. That gives me the whoop-whoops every time. Now, I know we're not all so job-oriented. Some of us are a little more high-strung than that. I know some people who are just like diddly 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 doo-dah all day long. Now, I found out recently that I'm no longer allowed to diddly-doo-dah at Disney World, but who needs that mouse anyway? I got the diddly-doo-dah man right here, and on my diddly-doo-dah today, I have the amazing Chris Denny on lead guitar. Let's hear it for Chris Denny. That's the hardest thing I do all night. Now, you may... Yeah, true. You may be wondering, what if you have no innate talent? You're not good at dishes, you're not in construction, you can't play this like hyper-fast diddly stuff all day long. I used to have that problem. All I'm really good at is blowing hot air out of my face hole. There's not a lot of things you can do blowing hot air out of your face hole. Either you're gonna work at that company that makes those balloon arrangements for corporate events, you're gonna go into politics, or you're gonna front a band. So, well, you see where I wound up. I'm Bud Weather, and our powers combined, we're Goodtime